Welcome to the lecture on projections of circular plane in AutoCAD. Now the conventional part of this drawing is already explained previously. Now let us see one simple problem, which is a circular plane, and try to draw the projections in AutoCAD. Now the problem is about a circular plane. We have to draw a projections of a circular plane which is having 5 centimeters diameter, which is having its plane vertical and inclined at 30 degrees to the vertical plane. Its center is 3 centimeters above the horizontal plane and 2 centimeters in front of the vertical plane. So the projections of this plane is going to look similar to this figure. So to draw this figure, it is important to use these commands. So you may it is not necessary that these commands are to be used alone. You may also use any suitable commands, but these commands would be very much necessary. So we are going to use line command to draw the XY line, projections and projectors. Then we are going to use the line weight command to increase the thickness of the projections. Then we are going to use circle command to draw the circle in the first projection. Then we are going to use polyline command to draw this projected circle. Instead of polyline, you may also use ellipse command also. You're going to use text or mtext command to write the text. You're going to use the array command to create an array of the projectors inside the circle. You're going to use the copy command to copy the projector. Then you're going to use trim command or any further commands which you may use. So let us see how do we draw this in AutoCAD. Okay, now let us draw a line XY. So I'm going to draw it close to some 200 mm. So I've drawn a XY line close to 200 mm. After I've drawn this XY line, I'm going to draw a circle. To draw this circle, if I draw a circle initially at some random location, so it is going to show that it has no thickness at all. So to get the thickness of this line, I will have to use line weight command. Okay, let us remove the circle. Now let us initially draw the position of this circle. So this circle, as stated in the problem, it is 30 centimeters or 30 units above the XY line. So I'm going to select a point and I'm going to draw a line of 30 units length. Then I'm going to take the circle command. In circle command, I'm going to select the center and the radius. So as it is given as the radius is close to some 50 units. So let us take the radius to be 25 units. But like I said, I have to increase the thickness initially. So let us go to line weight command. Line weight. I want to increase the thickness to 0.3 mm. I want to use this circle command now. So where is the circle? Now further, if I draw any other line which is the projectors, then these lines will also continue to be thick lines. So to get rid of this, I have to go to again line weight command. So in line weight command, I'm going to reduce the thickness to 0.25 mm again. Then I'm going to drop the projectors. Now it is told in the problem that the object is 20 mm in front of the vertical plane. So let us draw this as some 20 mm. Okay. Similarly, this projection is also similar to this, so it's going to be 20 mm in front of my vertical. Now also, let us divide this circle into mathematical parts and see. So I've drawn a line from the center of the circle to one corner of the circle. Now I'm going to repeat these lines inside this circle using a array command. In array command I have different options, out of which I'm going to select polar array option. After select this option, it is going to ask us to select the object, so I'm going to select this line and I'm going to press enter. Then it's going to ask you to specify the center point, so I'm going to specify this as my center point. Initially the objects displayed here are only 6 objects, but I want to have 12 objects, so I'm going to change the items to be 12. Okay, so after finishing it, I'm going to have 12 lines like this. Now what I'll do is I'm going to drop the projectors, these projectors here. So you might be wondering, why am I not drawing the horizontal line initially, but why am I taking the help of object tracking and I'm drawing like this? Let me tell you. If I draw first projection and second projection, if I drop this projectors onto this projection, then it is going to be very simple to me, but I may not be able to locate the independent location of this uh, points on the projection. So further, let us again draw the projection of this plane in the rest position. So I'm going to go to the line weight command and I'm going to increase the thickness. After increase the thickness, I'm going to take the line command and I'm going to join these small segments. So this is the projection of the plane in the rest position. So let us again further give the names. While giving the names, I'm going to select single line text, and first of all I would like to mention the text XY. So let me say the text I would like to give as 22.5 units, orientation as 0, and I'm going to write it as X. Similarly on the other hand, I'm going to write it as Y. Further again for my better presentation, I'm going to again escape the command and I'm going to again go for the single line text. And in the single line text, I'm going to select this point here. And instead of 2.5, just to make it look different, I'm going to make the text height to be 2 units and the text angle to be 0. And here I'm going to write it as A. Similarly, I'm going to write the top view projections. It's going to be A, next one is going to be B, and F, no, L, next I'm going to have C and K, D and J, next E and I, F and H, and lastly G. Yeah, now you may also rearrange the location of this text. And I have finished giving the text. So let us copy this text and this top view onto a different location. And let us copy this. So I've selected this one and I'm going to use the copy command. So as soon as I selected this, it is asking me to specify the base point. I'm going to say this location and I'm going to place it here. After you finish placing the projection, you may press escape. Now it is told that this plane is making an angle of 30 degrees with the vertical plane. So let us turn this as 30 degrees with vertical plane. But again, to mention, it is having its center at a definite distance. So let us pivot this plane or this projection from this location dj. Okay, let us set this object and give rotate command, and in which I would say this as a pivot point or the base point through which the rotation happens. Now I'm going to give the rotation to be 30 degrees or minus 30 degrees. Okay. So I've given it minus 30 degrees because if I give 30 degrees, it's going to go in the clockwise direction. If I give it in minus 30 degrees, it's going to have a counterclockwise direction rotation. Now, now let me draw the projections of this project, the projectors of this projection. Okay. Now let us make sure that our line weight is normal, so let us make it at 0.25. So I'm making it at 0.25 and I'm going to draw the projector. So this is a projector which is going to connect A and A dash. Now let us draw the projectors of B and I. So this is the projector of B and I. So it is going to be I initially. Next, this line, if I continue, I am going to have a projection of a B. Similarly, let us draw the projections of K and now let us draw the projection of a location C. Let us draw the projectors of D now and J. So initially let me draw the projection of J when you draw these projectors. I suggest you to be very cautious because you're going to use object tracking mode to identify this projector. So now we have drawn all the projectors. Now let us name these projectors. For my simplification purpose, what I'll do is I'm going to copy this. Instead, I can also write the object. So A is going to intersect with the projection, or A dash is going to have projection intersecting it. So I'm going to name it as A. This is A dash. Similarly, I'm going to and B. Similarly, C. Rotation of B. E. Push C. Hit. Right. So I have now finished identifying the locations. Now I'm going to join this. So for joining these points, I am going to use the polyline command. Now after I select this polyline command, I'm going to select the first point through which I want to draw this curve. So as soon as I select the first point, it's going to ask me different options, out of which I'm going to select arc option. So I'm going to get the projected surface like this. Now as well, I may increase the thickness of this later on, but I just want to show you that this can also be done by the help of a ellipse. Okay. Now let us increase the line weight and try to draw a ellipse. So in this ellipse, I'm going to select center and the axes. So this is center. This is my first axis. This is my second axis. This is good. So this is how I'm going to get my projectors. Let me give the dimensions and finish the drawing. So this is the, so I have to remove the line weight. Line weight, I'm going to make it as default value. Now I'm going to give the dimension. So let me give the diameter of this circle. I can give it as a diameter in such manner, or as well I can make use of any other suitable way. I can either choose the general text method of. Thank you.